What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I'm SubSyde, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're not going to be doing a tutorial video, as you could probably tell by the title and maybe the thumbnail. Today we're going to be taking some Discord recommendations, and in fact Mike's recommendation from Discord, which is build an inefficient cake farm. So I replied with, okay. So the ingredients for a cake farm, by the looks of it, are 3 buckets of milk, 2 sugar, 1 egg, and 3 wheat. But now with cakes, you can only make these at a crafting table. There's no way to automatically make them. So I'm going to make it so that every item needed for this is going to be delivered to me standing next to this crafting table. But I'm going to try and make it get to me in the most inefficient way possible. So I'm going to start with maybe a dispenser above my head. Now this is where some of the items are going to be directed to, and then that somehow is going to be plonked on top of my head. So I'll jump into my inventory so I can just quickly craft the cake here. I might want to do something with maybe a pressure plate, or it might be button activated. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So first I want to work on how we're going to get the buckets of milk. I thought up a plan of maybe when I'm stood at the crafting table, if I've got somewhat of a display of cows going past me, with maybe dropping buckets into my inventory. So what we're going to do is set up a little runway for our cows. So I'm just going to use blue ice and water for this. Hopefully it works. And we're just going to surround this with blocks. Something like this should be good enough, I believe. So what we're going to try and do is get our cows somehow here. They're going to drop down. When they go past, I'm going to get the milk from them. And once we got the milk, they're done. And they drop into the lava. Now, how do we get the cows into here as inefficiently as possible? Now, I'm not exactly sure what I am building here, but I believe that we can make something out of this to try and get some cows to go down into the bottom, but I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing. Do you ever get to that point in Minecraft where you just start building and you're not exactly sure where it's going, but you're hoping it's going to lead you somewhere? Yeah, that's where I'm at the moment. Okay, right. I know what I need to do, and I think... Have I done that right? Yes, I have. So slight little hiccup on where the water's going to go. We need to move this all back one space. So let's do that now. So just moving this back. And we're going to break this. No clue why I'm building this, but I'm hoping it's going to be pretty funny. Let's build this out of glass, actually. We're going to leave the top there. We're going to grab some glass. We're going to bring this down. Hopefully this is where they're going to fall down without any issues. Famous last words. Okay, so now I'm going to have to sort of correct what I've done here. A line of blocks there and a line of blocks there. And what I'm going to do is break this. Oh no. It's a good thing I haven't got any redstone down yet. Now let's get rid of this water source and let's put one here and one here. This needs to be out wider. Okay. Give me a second. So I've come up with a little bit of a solution, a little bit of an invention. So what we've got is our cow pen. We're going to place the cows in like so. It sort of brings on another problem though, but we'll fix that in a second. So we've got our cow pen up top. I can imagine in a survival world, if you were crazy enough to build this, you'd have some sort of cow breeder above this. But this is where they're going to wait to grow old. Once they do that, we've got a little gate here, and I've made a little messy switch coming down. But again, like I said, this is the most inefficient it can be. But I've made this switch pretty efficient. So I'm going to let that one slide as the only efficient part of this build. So hopefully if I click this button, it should open the gates long enough for a couple to fall through or to die. There we go. Brilliant. Outstanding. Fantastic. So for some reason I've left these blocks here. Let's remove them and try that again. I mean, if you want a cow killer, there we go. You've got one. So let's click the button again and see if it works this time. It should open long enough for 1 or 2 to drop down. And this is where my other problem is starting. They're not coming through. They're sort of blocking each other off. So I don't know if I can time this right or have it so that it's in a line. And only one of them falls through at a time. I mean, they work themselves out eventually. Which again, I suppose, is really inefficient. So maybe I'll leave it. Alright, so this all should be working. Now we've got our cows. What I've had to do is split this down so it's only one lane. Otherwise they get clogged up at the bottom. And there's inefficient and then there's doesn't work. So rather than it not working, I've just made a single file of cows. Now I haven't tested this. So we'll come down into our standing area. We'll press this button. That should also give us... It hasn't. Oh, we've missed a cow. It is inefficient. Is that going to work? Oh, it's not going to work because of that. Okay, 2 seconds. Grab ourselves a target block and place that there. Now that should work. What's going to happen is we're going to stand here. We're going to press the button. That's going to give us a bucket. We're going to wait a few seconds. And then we're going to get a cow. That's 2 cows. Another bucket. And how many cows? We've got another cow. Perfect. This is working so well. It's inefficient, but it's working well. And we'll do another one just to get the 3 buckets of milk. Where are you? Mr. Cow. Thank you. Now for this next part, I'm probably going to try and work out a way that we can get some sugar. Now, I don't want to use sugar cane, but as we all know, witches drop sugar. So what I'm going to try and do is get some sort of witch killer up in the top with a filtration system that only picks up the sugar and drops the sugar into this hopper, which then is activated by this dispenser, and we'll have some sort of system to drop that into my inventory. But that's our next thing to work out. I don't know how I'm going to do this. We're going to start with glass on this one again. We're going to make a little tunnel going up. This is just going to be where our sugar should drop down. Now, I want to get this out of the way. Should I make it a little shallower? Should I make it this side? Not as high as that one, but this side maybe. And we'll have some sort of kill system up here. And then it's just finding the room for it. Like, it doesn't have to be small. This is, at the end of the day, the most inefficient farm. Right, so let's work out where I'm going to put this first. All right, so we're going to have the water system. This is what's going to catch our sugar. It's going to come along here, drop down into the hopper. We're also then going to have another system above this, which is going to give us our eggs. With that, then it's going to use the same tunnel to come down. Or should I put that into a different dispenser? I'll put that into a different dispenser. It's going to be inefficient. That's too efficient. Right. That's too efficient. We're going to use a different dispenser for eggs. So I'm thinking like a little platform like this. We're going to have a dispenser dropping witch eggs because I'm not sure how to get them to spawn here. Do you know what I mean? So, we also need a way to filter out the sugar. Okay, scratch that. What I need to do right now is actually build this this item sorter, which is going to sort out all the sugar from the rest of the nonsense. So obviously the witches don't drop. I'm trying to build this as I'm talking. So yeah, witches don't obviously drop sugar every time. Hence more inefficiency, which is what we're after, which is good. I think that should be it for this. I just need to put redstone there and there. And now I need to link up the system that's going to allow the sugar to go into our... This is bizarre. This is mad. But yeah, so far it's coming along well. Let's get this set up so it only takes sugar, and then we'll build our witch killing chamber. So now we've got all this set up, and I think I've done it correctly anyway. So what I've done now is I've chucked a load of sugar in there. As you can see, we've got 22 sugar in there now. So if I test this again with, say, if I chuck in some redstone dust, chuck some redstone dust in there, that shouldn't go into this dispenser, should end up in this chest. Perfect. And if I just grab this sugar back, I'm going to chuck this sugar in there. Sorry for my clicking, if you can hear it. There we go. Yeah. So that sugar's gone in now, and that's dispensing down here. So as long as the witch doesn't drop any of this stuff, which I don't think she does, we should be all right. But like I said, I've got like an idea of what I want to maybe use to kill the witches, but we need to get redstone up here as well. And we want the redstone to be another button, say, for example, I don't want it right next to me. Say I want a button for it here. I'll pop a button there. That button's going to be to kill the witch and hopefully drop some sugar into this dispenser for us. And this is how it's coming along so far. It's looking pretty big. So let's see if we can get a kill chamber set up. I don't know what I've done. Right. Okay. So we've got this button here now, which is linked up, which goes all the way up into this, which I've filled with spawn witch eggs into this little chamber, which I'm hoping we can get something to kill them with in there. For now, I just want to make sure this actually works. So if we hit this button, that should spawn in 8 witches. No, it's not, because we're using dispensers. Dispensers spawn stuff, doesn't it? I figured it out. It's because we were on peaceful. So as you can see, we've got some stuff spawning in now. Let's try it again. So we click the button and that should spawn in 8 witches, which it has. Brilliant. And now we just need to figure out how we're going to kill them all. So I don't want to use lava because I don't want to risk the chance of anything getting burnt. Yes, that would be inefficient, but it would take you a century to even get a little bit of sugar. So I was thinking maybe setting up some sort of clock system with dispensers around the edges, filled with arrows, so that once you've spawned them in, you flick another switch and that will set off the arrows to kill them all. And then you turn it off when you're done. And that's also perfect because it's really, really inefficient. So let's do that. Okay, so I was thinking of like maybe something like this. So what we've got is the chamber where they all drop down. We've got these 3 here, which are going to miss some. It should be all be pushed as far into the center as possible though. So we've got these 3 here. I didn't want to set up too many more because it's going to interrupt the redstone that's on top of here. And then with the clock that we've got here, it's just going to end up spawning witches every second, which again, we don't want. So I've just set up the 3 dispensers with this little clock system here. And what that's going to do, if we turn off the power source, as you can see, if I drop down, it's going to constantly be shooting arrows and hopefully kill off any witches that come inside. And next, what we need to do is make a link of redstone, probably with torches like we've done with these 2, up to that source block there. So we need to go from... I've started making it here. No, I haven't. That's for something else. What have I done? What does that one do? Oh, that one spawns them. Okay, so I want to link this up to a switch rather than a button. And I need to make it so it doesn't interfere with this one either. This is going to be really inefficient. Right, okay. We've still got eggs and we've still got wheat to sort out as well, which are the easiest of the stuff we've got on the list. But so far, it's looking pretty inefficient. Maybe if I put the switch there. Like I said, this is going to be inefficient as possible. I don't want everything done on one switch. I want to switch for everything. Everything! That works out perfectly, I think. So if I flick this switch now. Yes! Come on. Now we got to work out another little redstone system to dispense everything from this going down. So it drops into here and then funnels down. I think what I'm going to actually do, I'm going to get rid of these 2. So it just drops on my head. I think that's going to be easier. Yes, it's more efficient. I just don't think I've got the room to build another redstone contraption here without affecting anything else. So yeah, we're gonna leave that for now. We're gonna let it just drop on our heads. There we go. That's our automatic dropper setup. So hopefully now look at the state of this. Look at the absolute state of this. Right. Okay. So if we put any sugar in this dispenser, that'll set off. That'll all drop down and land where we're standing. Perfect. Okay. Brilliant. So in regards to our wheat, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to link this block up. So when this one gets pushed, so obviously it sends a redstone signal out that way repeatedly, which drops anything that's in that dispenser. So any sugar, that'll go down. But whilst this is in this position, that's also going to be sending a redstone signal out this way, which I'm going to utilize because it just so happens to land just above our drop chute. And that's going to help us with our wheat. How, you may ask? I don't know yet, but I'll try and figure it out. Now, change of plans, actually. What we're going to do, we're going to utilize this for our chicken eggs. I think that's going to be easier for this situation. There we are. I think that'll do it. I think there's about 100 chickens in there. I didn't want to put too much in there because I didn't want my PC to blow up. But I think that should be enough. I'll check back in there in a second after I've done the wheat part of the build. Hopefully, we'll get some chickens. I mean eggs. We'll get some eggs. I've been recording for over an hour, okay? Give me a break. But obviously, I don't want these to be shot out over there. I want to... Oh, actually, these are not going to drop them. These are going to dispense them, aren't they? Right, okay. Let's swap this out for a... have I got droppers? Dropper. Let's swap this for a dropper, because that's just going to shoot out. We're going to end up having chickens, not eggs. So let's test this out. Right, so let me grab some chicken eggs. Let me get some eggs. Eggs, because I don't want them to shoot them out and break. I want them to just drop them. So I'm assuming droppers will do that. Okay, let me put some sugar in there. That's exactly what we want. That is exactly what we want. Okay, perfect. They land on the side. That's fine. I'll just make a little chute. Right, a glass coming down. Right, so that's our eggs done. That's our cows done. Are they still there? No, I've killed them all. That's our cows done. Right, remind me not that you can remind me. Right, remind myself not to kill entities because I'm not filling them back up. I can't be bothered. So, we've got our cows. We've got our potential sugar. We haven't tested that actually, but that's fine. I'm going to bank on it working. We've got our eggs. We just need wheat. How are we going to do wheat? I'm refusing to test this until it's all completed. I don't want to do anything from here until it's all done. So right, let's try and figure out a way we're going to do the wheat. So what I'm thinking is a little patch of farmland next to us is going to be the best way. It's going to have to be down here because we're going to have to be able to replant. Right, let me figure that out. Right, so for this one, I've sort of copped out. I don't know what else to do with it. I tried a couple of different things. But again, I've got to keep reminding myself that this is the most inefficient farm. We don't want this to be efficient. We want this to be as painstakingly hard and complicated as possible. But that being said, there's not much you can do to make it that much harder. So I've essentially just worked out that if I just put bone meal in there and just keep clicking this button, I could have the bone meal on my hand, but we don't want it on our hand because it's a farm. And if we break it now, it should give us wheat. Yes. To plant the seeds. Perfect. Right, now it's time for the moment of truth. Will our work pay off? Will this actually give us the right amount of ingredients so we can get a cake made? Look at the size on it. This is so unnecessary just for a cake. But anyway, we're going to give it a go. Everything's in place. If this doesn't work, I'm not uploading this video. I'm going to have a tantrum and I'm going to go bed. Okay, the moment has come. Is this very inefficient farm going to actually work for us? I haven't tested it at all. We had a little hiccup earlier, but I've reset it all and I won't go into that. But we're going to see if this works. So, inefficient farm. How long is it going to take for us to make a cake? So we're going to start in by grabbing our buckets. So we're going to get some buckets and get some cows. I'm going to hit this one, two, one time actually. We'll do one at a time. So I got 1 milk. We'll hit it again. Oh, can we get him? Yes, we can. We'll hit it again. And we got our 3rd bucket. And that's our 3rd bucket of milk. Perfect. Milk works perfectly fine. As long as you got a sufficient cow farm. Slime, you stay away from me. Next then is to get our wheat. So we're going to click this once. That's fully grown. I'm going to quickly jump into survival because it doesn't pick it up otherwise. So we're going to pick up our 1 wheat. We're going to plant our seed. Click this again until we got ourselves another fully grown plant again. And lastly, please go away, slime. Lastly, we're going to do it one more time and get this 3rd wheat. Perfect. So we got our 3 wheat. Let's quickly get into creative. Game mode creative because that slime is on its way to us. Yeah, I saw you. Yeah. We're going to plant that again. Right, so we got our 3 wheat. We've got our 3 milk. I'm going to put them seeds up there. Right, next is our sugar and our eggs. So let's go. Let's fire our arrows. Let's spawn our witches. And let's wait to see how long it takes for us to actually get some eggs and sugar. Yes! 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 How much do we get? Oh, we got 1 sugar. No. How much sugar do we need? What do we need to make a cake? What do we need? I'm sure we need 2. Oh, I need to go. Oh, wait, we got some more. We got some more. How many we got now? We got 4 eggs, 2 sugar. Oh my god. Okay, let's go over to game mode. Oh no. Game. Oh, I can't type. Game mode. I'm too excited. Game mode. Survival. Okay, so we've got our 3 eggs. We got our 3 milk, 3 wheat. We got 4 eggs and 2 sugar. This should be enough. Yes! Yes. That took a whopping 12 minutes and 40 seconds to make 1 cake. Now, I think that's pretty inefficient. If you want to see me build any other stupid builds like this again, make sure you leave suggestions down in the comments. And if you enjoyed, consider subscribing to the channel. I'm going to eat this cake now and cry myself to sleep because I just stood there for so long waiting for those eggs. Oh, from SubSyde. If you enjoyed, like I said, give the video a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.